Namaste, Pranam, Gita Dhyanam. Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Gratitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitam Ritavarshinim Bhagavatim Ashtadashadhyayinim Ambatva Manusandadhami Bhagavad Gite Bhavadveshinim. O Bhagavad Gita, with which Lord Narayana himself gave enlightenment to Partha. The ancient sage Vyasa included it in the Mahabharata. O Goddess, showerer of the nectar-like knowledge of non-dualism contained in your 18 chapters, O my affectionate mother, the destroyer of rebirth, I meditate upon thee. Krishna Vandana. Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kansa Chanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Son of Vasudeva, the slayer of Kansa and Chanur, extreme delight for Mother Devaki, O Lord Krishna, the supreme teacher of the universe, my salutations to you. Srimad Bhagavad Gita, the 13th Adhyaya of Kshetra-Kshetrajña Vibhag Yoga, the discrimination of the field and the knower of the field. And we had a bit longer preamble and the introduction and the first verse that we read in our previous reading, where Sri Krishna told Arjuna that what is this Kshetra? And he told this body is the Kshetra. This body is the field. And one who knows this, that the body is the field, that body is where the whole action is to be performed. That is the performer of the action in that field. The one who knows this is the kṣetrajña. Idam shariram kaunteya kshetramityabhidhiyate. Kshetram iti abhidhiyate. This body, idam shariram, O kaunteya, this body is known as the kshetra. Etadyo vetti tam prahuhu. Etad yaha vetti tam prahuhu kshetrajña iti tadvidaha. One who knows this, one who is aware of this fact that this body is the kshetra, he is the real knower. He is the real knower. He gains the ultimate knowledge, and that is called as kshetrajña. One who knows this body to be kshetra. One who understands what this body is about. One who understands the boundaries of this and limitations and the expanse of this dharma kshetra, this body as the dharma kshetra. One who understands this, one who knows this, he is the kshetrajña, because he becomes aware of this field where he has to play. So that is the distinction between what is kshetra, what is kshetrajña. And now Sri Krishna is further going to elaborate on this particular aspect of the field and the knower of the field. Now, when the body is considered to be the field, in this creation, there will be innumerable fields, isn't it, with all of us? Human beings, the animal kingdom, the plant kingdom, the animate matter, inanimate matter, the whole creation. Are these individual fields, and are there going to be individual knowers? One knower for my field, one knower for your field, one knower for our field. Is it going to be like that? So that Krishna is addressing in this second shloka. Krishna says, Kshetrajñaṃ cāpi mām viddhi sarvakṣetreṣu bhārata. Kṣetrakṣetrajñayorjñānaṃ yattajjñānaṃ mataṃ. Now notice Sri Krishna is addressing Arjuna as Bharata, not as Kaunteya, which he had addressed him in the previous shloka to explain the relation, the importance of body as the field. So he referred to him as Kaunteya. Now here he is referring to Arjuna as Bharata. Bharata is the best of the Bharata clan. So it is not just one among the best, one among the many. And when it is one among the many, I mean, because Krishna is talking about the manifold bodies, the manifold kshetras that are there in this creation. Kshetrajñaṃ cāpi mām viddhi. Kshetrajñaṃ, the knower of the field, cāpi mām viddhi. Mām, I am the knower, ultimate. Krishna says, I am the ultimate knower. Know that for sure. Know that for sure of all the fields. Kshetrajñaṃ cāpi mām viddhi sarvakṣetreṣu. I am the knower of all these fields, and you are thinking that you are the knower. You know your field. No. That is the wrong notion you have got. That is the misconception. All the jivas have got that we are jumping up and down. Nothing is happening with you. Sarvakṣetreṣu mām kṣetrajñaṃ viddhi Bharata. Know this for sure, O Bharata, O Arjuna, O son of Kunti. Know this for sure, that I am the knower of all the fields. It is not that each field has got their respective knower. They have, of course, but ultimately it is me, the ultimate knower of each and every field. kṣetrakṣetrajñayorjñānaṃ yattajjñānaṃ mataṃ. The knowledge of Kshetra and Kshetrajña, according to me, is considered to be the true knowledge. There is no other knowledge. If you know what is Kshetra, what is Kshetrajña, what is the expanse of this each individual Kshetra, and who is the ultimate knower of these Kshetras, of these fields, that is the ultimate knowledge. Now this topic, this chapter is going to be extremely, the philosophical in its content, in its deliberation, because it is not, and that's why probably because of this reason, Lokmanya Bal Gangadhar Tilak, in the introduction of this adhyaya, he has mentioned that this is like an extension of the Jnana Vijnana Yoga. It is an extension. It is a great philosophical treatise. This body and the knower of the body. It is not so easy to understand like the Bhakti Yoga, or even for that matter the Vibhuti Yoga or the Vishwarupa Darshana Yoga, where we have some concrete things to be understood. Here Krishna is talking deep philosophical things. So he says, although there are multitudinal kshetra in this creation of mine, in this prakriti of mine, there are very many multitudinal diverse fields, kshetras, but the ultimate kshetra, I am the one. And this knowledge of the kshetra and the kshetrajña, kṣetrajñayorjñānaṃ, yattajjñānaṃ mataṃ, is the best, the superior most of knowledge of all the knowledges. This is the true knowledge. No knowledge surpasses this knowledge of knowing of what is the field, what is the kshetra, and what is the kshetrajña. Now, Prakriti and Purusha. In that preamble shloka of Arjuna, he had asked what is Prakriti and what is Purusha. Now, Prakriti and Purusha are respectively also called as Kshetra and Kshetrajña. Prakriti is the field, this creation. We are all part of this creation. We are all individual bodies as such, and these individual bodies contend in the one vast majority of the, huge expanse of the body, Prakriti. We are all part of that Prakriti. We are there in the Prakriti. Our existence is there in the Prakriti. So Prakriti is the real Kshetra, and Purusha is the Kshetrajña. That is on the ultimate level. Prakriti is the Kshetra and Purusha is the Kshetrajña. And like Sri Krishna said, I am the ultimate knower. The Purusha is the ultimate knower of the Prakriti, of the field. Everything is happening in the Prakriti. Everything is happening through this body. Prakriti is the play field. And we are all playing in this field with the help of this body, mind and senses and the intellect. We are all playing in this. So, the one who realizes this is the Kshetrajña. This body is Kshetra. This indweller is the Kshetrajña. But on a larger, see, you look at the larger picture. All the bodies combined together become Prakriti. It is not just my body, your body or human beings. They form Prakriti. The Prakriti, the creation as such, is composed of all these animate, inanimate. Among animate there are human beings, there are vertebrates, there are reptiles, there are aquatic animals. And then there are inanimate objects. All these mountains and rivers and all these things clubbed together, they form the Prakriti. Our Earth, our solar system, our Milky Way, our galaxy, and like this, so many galaxies. That is the Prakriti. So, and the one from whom this Prakriti has been projected, the Purusha, that is the ultimate knower. That is the ultimate Kshetrajña. The non-self and the self. The self. Self is Purusha, which is Avyakta, which is Akshara, which is Asima. And the non-self, it has got its own limitations. It has a form and attributes and qualities of Sattva, Rajas, Tamas attached to it. The moment this self manifests as non-self, the moment the Purusha manifests as Prakriti, then the differentiation of the Kshetra and the Kshetrajña, it takes place. This becomes non-self and self. The Prakriti is insentient, latter is sentient. Prakriti is insentient, Purusha is sentient. Purusha identifies himself with the Prakriti and fancies that its characteristics are all his own. It doesn't happen only with our little eye. Even at the cosmic level it happens at times. Purusha thinks, I am having this all, playing all this game of Prakriti. I am the Prakriti. No, in reality it is not so. The one dwelling inside this body feels that this body is the supreme and I am dwelling in it. But it is such a wrong misconception. This body is nothing. This body is here today, tomorrow it will vanish, it will disappear the moment the life force gets out of this body. Once it is cremated, once it is converted to that pound full of ashes, it all vanishes, not to be seen again, not to be spoken to again. So that is the nature of the Kshetra. But the Kshetrajña is eternal. The Kshetrajña is, and it is through that force of Maya that the Kshetrajña starts feeling, I am the part of this Kshetra. The Purusha starts identifying itself with the Prakriti. It is like color of a flower which seems transposed to a crystal kept near it. Now a red colored flower, we put it on a table and nearby we put another, the crystal. The crystal doesn't have any color of its own. The color of that red flower gets reflected, gets manifested in that crystal, and that crystal also appears red. Crystal feels, oh, I am red, but is it red in reality? Just take it away from that red flower and it loses that red color. There is no more color to that crystal then. That Purusha is called a Jivatma, who identifies with the Prakriti that he handles. Now in reality, the Atman is only one. The Paramatman is only one entity, indivisible, Akshara. It is indivisible entity. You cannot have one Atman in me, one Atman in that person, one Atman in third person, one Atman in dog, one Atman in cat. You cannot have it. But it is deemed that the Atman which is dwelling in our body belongs to me. It is not so. It is in fact the ultimate source from the Paramatman. But we feel, I am different from the other. That Purusha is called Jivatman the moment that Jivatman starts identifying itself with the body. The differentiation in Prakriti is infinite, and for this reason the Jivatman is also infinite. In reality it is infinite. But Jivatman's association with that field, with that body, becomes so strong that Jivatman feels, oh, I am this body. Jivatman feels that, oh, this is my field of playing. This is my, I cannot go beyond this. This is my boundary. I have to be within this circumference. I have to be within this area. But that is not the reality. Jnana or knowledge is true understanding of both. Now what is the true knowledge? One who understands this Kshetra and Kshetrajña business. Once one gets that understanding, that is the true knowledge. The knowledge pertaining to Kshetra is classified as aparavidya, lower knowledge, and the knowledge pertaining to Kshetrajña is called as paravidya. That is the knowledge superior, far superior, parama knowledge. So even in knowledge there are two differentiations, apara and para. Till the time the Jivatman is associating itself with the limitations of the body, that is not true wisdom. That is limited wisdom, aparavidya. That is lower kind of knowledge. But what Sri Krishna says here, which is the true knowledge? The understanding that the superior most Paramatman is the ultimate Kshetrajña. That is the Paravidya. To be well versed and versatile in Vedas, Agamas, grammar, rhetoric and all scriptures, Upanishads, that is called as lower knowledge. That is a theoretical knowledge. That knowledge is theoretical, but the Brahmajnana, the self-knowledge, the Atmajnana, that is the Paravidya. And one who attains that, he knows in and out of this Kshetra-Kshetrajña, and that's why Sri Krishna says that kṣetrakṣetrajñayorjñānaṃ yattajjñānaṃ mataṃ mama. One who truly understands this ultimate knowledge of the Brahman, of the Purusha, not getting bogged down, not getting bowled over by that knowledge of Prakriti only. One who understands the Purusha, one who understands the ultimate Kshetrajña, and Krishna has said that I am the Kshetrajña of all these fields that you are seeing around you. Oh Bharata, all these fields, all these bodies that you are seeing, I am the ultimate indweller. I am the Kshetrajña. I know of each and every thing for that matter, of each and every being for that matter, each and every body for that matter, each and every field, Kshetra. I am the ultimate Kshetrajña. And one who knows this, that knowledge is the true and ultimate knowledge. The scientific inquiry by the modern man is true search into Prakriti. All our what we are trying to gain knowledge through various streams is aparavidya. It is a lower knowledge. It is search of Prakriti. What is happening in this creation? How many planets and stars are there? What is the diameter of Earth, and what is the diameter of Sun? All these things, they are so the knowledge of such a low caliber for that matter. Who can know the expanse of this entire creation? It is, who can know how many black holes are there in this creation? Just one black hole we found, and we start talking such a great deal about it. We don't know how many black holes might be there in this creation. How many suns are there? We don't know. How many solar systems are there? We don't know. So it has extremely limited knowledge for that matter, and that is the aparavidya. But knowing the Purusha, knowing the ultimate source of all these variations, these multitudinal diversities in different bodies, one who is dwelling, that knowledge is the ultimate true knowledge. And that is what Sri Krishna wants all of us to gain, that knowledge, to understand that ultimate reality. So that is about this second shloka of the Kshetra-Kshetradnya Vibhuti Yoga. And let us also read out a passage from the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, what Sri Ramakrishna used to tell his devotees. One is not termed as rich by one's merely owning money. There are signs of one's being rich. His house will be well lit in all rooms, whereas a poor man cannot afford to have many lights. Now, there are certain signs, there are certain things by which one can know that, okay, this person is really rich at heart. It is not that the miser who is rich and which is of no use, that richness is of no use. The rich man, the real rich man, he will lit his house. All the lights in that house will be ever lit. Nothing is in dark. But a poor man, he doesn't have those resources. He doesn't have that much to spend on lighting up each and every of his room, for that matter. He may be just one room, and there will be one small lamp somewhere in one corner. That's it. The human body is the tabernacle of the Lord. The human body is the tent of the Lord. It is the dwelling place of the Lord. It should not be kept in darkness of ignorance. And Sri Ramakrishna says, like in the rich man's house, all the rooms are well lit. This mansion of ours, this mansion of the Lord, which the Lord has provided us, and the Lord is dwelling inside, for that matter. Don't keep it in the darkness of ignorance. Gain that knowledge. It should be lit with the lamp of wisdom. When you illumine your heart with this lamp, you will behold the benign Lord there. So illumine it. Burn that light of knowledge. Lit that lamp of knowledge, of wisdom, of intellect in your heart, and find that glorious presence of the indweller inside. Jnana can be gained by one and all. That's what Sri Ramakrishna says. It is not. It is not to one or a few who can have this knowledge. Each one of us can have this knowledge. Jnana can be gained by one and all. There are in the human temple two entities: the little Jivatman and the great Paramatman. Now, in this human temple, in this body of ours, it is filled with two beings. In fact, for that matter, the Jivatman and the Paramatman. Jivatman, which itself is a part of that Paramatman. The former is dependent on the latter. The Jivatman is dependent on the, because Paramatman is the ultimate kṣetrajñaṃ. As the electricity from same source illuminates all the houses, the Paramatman gives light to all Jivatmans. Our electricity in home, it comes from 1 meter. There is a single source. Then we have all that network of electrical wires going to each room. But the same source is lighting all the bulbs in all the rooms. It is making all the fans work. It is making all the equipments and gadgets work. The laptop, the fridge, the television, the air conditioner, the fans. The same electrical current which comes from that main cable, isn't it? Likewise, all the Jivatmans, we are drawing our current from that same Paramatman, and we think, I am separate from that Jivatman. How foolish we are. The divine knowledge illumines your body, yourself, and the Paramatman in you all at once. This divine knowledge, once one has the understanding that it is the same electrical supply which is coming from somewhere which is originated, that is being taken in not only in my house, in all the houses in my locality, in all the areas in my city, east, west, north, south. We are all drawing current that is used in our house, that is used in one appliance. That same current is drawn by everybody. That kind of understanding, the moment that kind of understanding comes to a being, that is the real knowledge. That is the real gaining of the knowledge. And then we come up with this idea, we come up with this understanding, we come up with this realization of oneness with the ultimate source. Then all this idea of difference, divert, multitudinal bodies, it vanishes. And although there are Jivatmans separately dwelling in all the bodies, ultimately they are all linked to one Paramatman, to one Kshetrajña. And Sri Krishna has already told us that I am that Kshetrajña, that I am the ultimate knower. Kshetrajñaṃ cāpi mataṃ viddhi sarvakṣetreṣu. Sri Krishna has already told us. Let us contemplate on it. Let us meditate upon it. Let us try to have this realization that we are all connected through one and only one Kshetrajña, and we are all part of that. That same Kshetrajña is there for all the Kshetras, for all the bodies. It is not my Kshetrajña is different from your Kshetrajña. So that was quite interesting second shloka of the Kshetra-Kshetradnya Vibhaga Yoga. The discrimination, understanding of the field and the knower of the field. The 13th adhyay, and we just read the second shloka. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Sri Krishna Arpanamastu. Jai Sri Ramakrishna. Jai Thakur Jai Ma. Jai Swami Ji.